Oh, wait till you see what we've got cooking in the TVA kitchen. Chef Stephen Topple, executive chef over at Game Creek Club, has joined us, and just a wonderful dish that's on your menu. It is Colorado lamb, which is so popular up here, but you do a twist to it. You put a little gingerbread.
Exactly, yeah. So what we do is we take the rack of lamb and we sear it, so it's got a nice golden brown sear on it. Then we add maple syrup, just a little splash of maple syrup on the outside, and then a gingerbread crust, and it's just so delicious. And I've actually had this menu. It's been on like 3 or 4 menus and throughout the valley here, and so it's really popular for sure. You know, it's a great dish, really
It
yummy.
definitely is, yeah. And the Colorado rack of lamb is such a favorite. And then the Game Creek Club itself, just a wonderful place for dinner. It's private during the day.
It is, yeah.
Members.
It's an amazing club as well. You know, we have lots of information on that if you go to Game Creek Club, or if you want to come to the restaurant, it's Game Creek Vail.
Okay.
And yeah, so it's an incredible restaurant. We're located about 10,300 feet just above or just below Eagle's Nest, actually, in the Game Creek Bowl. And we have some amazing runs. You get to look out of there. And the winner for, well, there wasn't a, you know.
The answer to our trivia question is, what run is Game Creek located off of? And if you're coming down Uzo, it's right there.
Right, yeah.
Perfect.
No, it's absolutely stunning though. I mean, you can look out of the windows and you can see, you know, at nighttime some of the groomers, you know, doing all the trails and stuff like that. Sometimes they just leave them alone, you know, and let them be natural. But yeah, no, it's really it's a beautiful location for sure. You get to wonderful views, you know, Mount Holy Cross and stuff right out of the windows.
Oh, just gorgeous.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
let's see what you're making
Yeah,
here.
I'm just going to pull this lamb out of this oven.
Okay, yeah, and so this lamb is going to be coming with not only the gingerbread, but a little sweet potato. We'll have some red cabbage and thyme sauce.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I say, we just seared this lamb, really beautiful here, and we're just going to add our maple syrup to this. Just a little on there, and then we add our gingerbread crumbs. So we make this in house. This is our own little gingerbread recipe, and then we just stick this on the outside of it.
Oh wow! Now, how did you come up with this?
Yeah, I just love playing around with flavors. You know, I like nice, simple things. I like to keep it elegant, you know, as much as we can.
Yes,
And then
definitely.
we're just going to let that rest there.
Okay, perfect.
So, and then this comes with a really nice braised red cabbage. So we cook the red cabbage down in some red wine, a little bit of orange juice, some juniper berries, and it just gives it such a great flavor. And then the sauce is just a wonderful thyme, so like a thyme Merlot sauce. So we take some of the scraps from the lamb, render that down, add some Merlot and some thyme flavorings to that, and then just reduce it down to it's a nice syrup. It's absolutely delicious, you know.
Awesome. Yeah, and Game Creek Club, like we said, nestled on the side of the hill, and it was Pete Seibert, one of the founders of Vail, is his vision. He'd gone over and studied being a hotelier in Europe, and he said this is how they do it. They've got these beautiful restaurants perched on the side of a mountain.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely, I mean, it is stunning. You've got to come up and try it. You know, I mean, the whole experience, you know, you start off at the gondola down the bottom in Lion's Head, so it's gondola 19 that takes you at the Eagle Barn all the way up to the top to the Eagle's Nest. And then you take a snowcat ride to the restaurant, which is about a 10-15 minute ride. Absolutely beautiful, you know. So then you come into the restaurant, and it's very European style, but very elegant as well. Very nice, you know. And it's not too stuffy though. We don't have tablecloths on our tables, which is nice, you know. So it doesn't add like, you know, too much of a, you know, fancy feel to it.
Yeah.
And then you have a choice of a 3, 4, or 5 course menu. So you have there's an incredible selections, and you actually get to choose your way through that. So you know, it's not like a set thing. So you have other restaurants are like that, you know, where you have to have a set thing, but you have a choice of 4 or 5 items per section.
Okay, yeah. So out of the soup and salad section, anything from king crab chowder, frisee watercress, heirloom tomato, and a beet salad. And then the next thing you can go to is your starters, your rabbit. Now, he made this the last time he was on, and that's wrapped with pancetta. It's got a little spice, apple jicama slaw, and the fig ginger sauce. Just delicious. Scallops. I know you and I love the scallops.
Yep.
Butternut squash, tortellini, lamb tartare, and foie gras. And then in addition to what you can find with the Colorado lamb rack and the gingerbread that's on it, we've got eggplant, monkfish, trout, bison, and venison. And then for dessert, wow, beignets.
Yeah, the
on
gluten-free
dessert
beignets as
the
well.
gluten-free beignets.
Yeah, they're absolutely incredible. People love them. It's probably one of our biggest selling desserts for sure, you know.
Oh my gosh! In addition to that, a pear trio, caramelized, and then drove chocolate, a sticky toffee bread pudding, and then cheese. You can get a cheese selection. Now tell us a little bit more about your chef gourmet tasting menu. This is where you pick the best of the best, and it changes throughout the season.
So absolutely. We actually change it weekly, so it's actually really cool. So it's my vision of, like, you know, really nice, simple, great foods, all tasting incredible together. So, you know, we have, you know, right now we're featuring, we have a wonderful John Dory dish, which is one of my favorite fishes of all time. You know, it comes from New Zealand Ireland and from the Mediterranean. I kind of grew up cooking that fish,
really?
so it's kind of like it's a history thing for me as well. And then we actually do. And then there's also some 7X beef, which is the local beef from Hotchkiss here in Colorado. Just finishing up this dish right here.
Okay. Oh, looks beautiful.
And then so we have some little crispy, so it has a sweet potato gratin underneath it, and then some crispy sweet potatoes right on top of that. And then we have our red cabbage, and then our Merlot sauce right on top of that there. So
Okay,
absolutely
amazing.
beautiful.
Yeah, and Game Creek Club, like we mentioned, private during the day and then public for dinner, and you serve dinner year round. I was up here just this past summer, and the wildlife, I mean, the deer that was outside, it was just amazing.
Unbelievable,
Are
yeah.
you seeing much now, or are they kind of hunkering down?
Yeah, no, things are because it's starting to warm up and some of the snow's starting to melt, so there's definitely, there's some wildlife starting to come out, and a couple of foxes and stuff like that, you know, so yeah, there's lots of wildlife starting to come around.
All right, so you mentioned getting up on the gondola, and that's how you get here. So a reservation is required. You can't just walk down the street and stumble upon this restaurant.
Yep.
So then there's planning that's involved, because we got to get the timing right so you can get up the gondola and then hop on that snowcat.
Yeah, no, exactly, absolutely. I highly recommend to make reservations. You can't just come up there, you know, which does happen occasionally. You know, we just have strangers. It's like, oh, we're here for dinner, you know, but you know, we don't really do walk-in business. So yeah, you do need to make reservations. Check out our website. You can make it on Open Table. You can also do it through our website as well, through Vail.com. So yeah, no, it's a great place to come. It's a unique experience.
Yeah, and then what time is like the earliest seating, and what does it go till?
So we open at 5:30 in the evening. So that's for the kind of like the early birds. You know, if you want to come in and get a meal out of the way, and you know, go home and rest up, or if you're going to go watch a movie or something afterwards, you know. And then we're open till 9 o'clock is our last seating.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, and do plan plenty of time. Tell the babysitter that you definitely need some time for this as well. Okay, because you're going to come on up, you're going to enjoy the seating. It's going to be awesome. And this is just one of the many on-mountain restaurants that we have. All right, Rick?
I'm going to join you with a fork right now, and I'm going to come right in with Chef. And Tricia, you know this, and viewers, I don't know if you know, I got a chance to work under Chef Topple when he was at Beano's Cabin. You don't need to do anything. You need to look at the left side of the menu and walk in and let Chef choose it all for you. And Chef, that's one of the things that you get to do that. You get to pair with the wines. You get to pick the meal for them. And you kind of you come out to the table and you read the people and say, okay, this is what I need to do for you.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely. And you know, a lot of people do ask that. You know, it's like, oh, just pick for us. You know, whatever you want to pick for us, the best dishes, and you know, it's good fun.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah,
and then you have your sommelier on staff too.
Yeah, Josh, he's incredible. He's been around the valley for quite a while, but he's an incredible guy. He's very, very knowledgeable for sure.
Sounds good. Well, this looks great, and again, viewers, I said it when I was doing the weather, you can't smell it, but it smells good in here, and that's one thing Chef does, is not only does it taste beautiful, it looks beautiful, and the smells are great too.
Okay, perfect. All right, what do you like on the menu?
You know, I think I would go heirloom tomatoes. I would follow that up with a little butternut squash tortellini that we talked about, and then a little bison.
I think I would do a beet salad, the rabbit, and then I think I would try the monkfish.
Yeah, oh, beautiful choices.
And then dessert, we'll get a couple desserts. Okay, thanks so much, Stephen. You can